Hello, good evening. How ambitiously should we be thinking about what children in England's education system need to regain the schooling they've lost? The answer, according to the catch-up czar himself, has no limits. Today, Gavin Williamson, the Education Secretary, told the Daily Press Conference he hoped pupils in England would get time in school this summer under government plans to fund catch-up activities. So what should that mean in practice? Are we talking full school, school camp, school for everyone, or school for those who need it most? Are we prepared to extend terms, cut short holidays, rethink exams and pay teachers more to be there for longer? And will one summer fill the gap, or are these extra measures here to stay? Well, we'll hear from the government's advisor on schools shortly. But first, Nick Watt is here with an update, Nick, on exams and the whole system they'll use this time around in England.
That's right. So tomorrow, Gavin Williamson, the Education Secretary, will be saying what the government will be doing with schools.
We can catch up. I mean, some of the figures that we're hearing now are really disquieting. Disadvantaged children in particular, 6 months behind their peers in areas like spelling, grammar, punctuation. I mean, that's not going to be sorted out with a kind of a summer school, I guess. Do you think that catch-up, that gap can be closed?
It will be closed if there is a...
And I think that structural issue goes to the heart of, you know, what the Institute for Fiscal Studies has come up with. Obviously, you can't monetise all learning, but they believe that lost learning of the last year equates to £40,000 per person in their lifetime of earnings. I just wonder, you know, how radical you have to be in rethinking to be able to say to kids, we will get that back. That won't prevent your life chances for the rest of your education.
Well, I think there is...
No, Sir Kevin, there's talk today of summer schools, and I think there's a bit of ambiguity about whether they are they to help children catch up what they've lost in maths and English, or are they summer camps which would help with socialising, with arts, with theatre, with sports? Should they be run by teachers? Should they be run by volunteers? What's your ideal look for this summer in education then?
Well, I think what we've learned...
Very much indeed. Now, one of the sectors hardest hit over the course of the pandemic has, of course, been in care homes. But with the vaccination programme long ago rolled out to care home residents and many about to receive their second dose, it could be tempting to think of it as a problem largely past. Our policy editor, Lewis Goodall, has been in Walsall, where the problems which have dogged the sector haven't disappeared, including issues around PPE, sick pay and staff take-up of the vaccine itself. Now, imagine hearing the wind on Mars or seeing an alien landscape of a planet you've only seen in science fiction. Those images, sounds are now with us for real thanks to the extraordinary work of a team of scientists and a rover called Perseverance. They're seeking to answer some of the biggest questions ever posed since humans discovered the Earth wasn't flat. Was there life on Mars? Well, tonight we go back to a galaxy far, far away, Imperial College London, to join the professor whose job is to decide where Perseverance goes and to report what it has discovered. He's trying to find out what Mars looked like a billion years ago. And we have tonight a brand new picture. We'll speak to Professor Sanjeev Gupta from Imperial College's Department of Earth Science and Engineering in just a moment. But first, a look at that mission to Mars. That's what it actually looks like. Well, we're going to join Professor Gupta right now. I feel like we're old friends. Welcome back. And you have a new picture from Mars that a lot of us won't have seen yet. Just talk us through. I've got to ask you about what people call the blue dot, the pale blue dot effect. I don't know if there is that equivalent, that these pictures seem to have struck a chord for so many of us, particularly in lockdown now, because it just seems so extreme and so different. Does it, when you look at these, does Earth start to feel more or less significant for you?
Yeah, I think